And here we're back to a new Kingdom Hearts 3 chill stream. And if y'all didn't see the last one, go and check it out. And we are continuing where we left off from the last one. By finishing, we're going to be starting by finishing up the Kingdom of Corona. Which we're going to be heading out of the castle, or the kingdom right quick. Just so we can get the lucky emblem that's out here. Yeah, there's a lucky emblem that's out here. And a chest that I would like to get too. Oh yeah, and I also got this accessory too. Which has HP Walker. Not sure exactly what HP Walker is. I know XP Walker, but not HP Walker. Get a picture of the lucky emblem. And now we can head back into the kingdom. And before we do the dance that there is, we'll go ahead and get the stuff here that there is. Get the ether there. Get the lucky emblem there. There's another lucky emblem over here. I know there is one close to where Rapunzel's tower is. I'll have to go back and get too. Head up here. Another lucky emblem. Then there's another over here. Well, there's two more in the kingdom. Two more lucky emblems in the kingdom. One over this way. That's 15 lucky emblems collected. We're going to have to head back to where we entered the kingdom from. Go back to where we entered the kingdom from. Right here. Alright, now we can go and do the dance. Doing good. Hopefully everybody that's tuning in is doing good as well. Nope, wrong button. I'm starting a new week. Beginning a new week. Go around, like having people form together. There you go. I mean, you could do all of them before doing that, but I wanted to go ahead and do that. Haha, Maximus just getting Eugene into the dance. Like, get in there and dance too, and not just watch. Like Goofy and Donald are just in the background, just dancing. Right, they're just dancing. Just hope that nobody get kicked in the face by Sora. Nobody get kicked in the face, because that would be horrible. Alright. And yes, there is a chest, but in this area too. But we will have to come back for it. You would have to come back for it. I think it's a magic boost. Yeah, I think it's a magic boost. There we go. Apparently, I know one of my family members said it, but of saying the age gap, or the huge age gap, when it came to Eugene and Rapunzel. Like, yeah, it was a pretty long gap. Like, of course, 18, or, you know, Rapunzel was like, was 18, of course. But Eugene was like, older than that. Way older, like, in his, I think, late 20s. When they were getting married. I know it was way longer of a gap than Rapunzel was when it came to how old Eugene was. Eugene Flynn Rider, right? It was definitely a longer gap. There we go. And now it's time for the Muttergossel fight. Or Muttergossel's Heartless. Yeah, now it's time to head over back to the tower to do Muttergossel's fight. Which is probably one of my favorite fights as well, because just the idea of Muttergossel having a Heartless, it makes sense. Because he did technically fall to darkness. Muttergossel did technically fall to darkness. And I don't have to get these Heartless and Nobodies here. I normally just head on forward. Because Donald even tells you that just forget about them. Yeah, just gonna be heading to the tower. Just head to the tower. Go ahead and get that out. Alright, gonna get this out. Okay, get the magic launcher. and launch it. Bam! Yeah, just the amount of on how cool the different Keyblade things are in this game is just absolutely amazing. And I hope to see some of these continue into Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm really hoping to see. We don't we have a Kupo coin? Hang on, I just want to see. Yeah, we got a Kupo coin. Okay. I just wanted to be sure. I wanted to be sure if we did have a Kupo coin. I wasn't sure exactly. But again, now we have the Mother Gossel fight. Which, yeah, again, versus her Heartless. Which again, see, fits having a Heartless. Mother Gossel fits having a Heartless. Oh yes, it does. It will make you sneeze as well. If Sora was in Fortnite of using these guns. Right, of him using a gun. Which it would be pretty funny if he actually did come to Fortnite though. If Sora did. Technically the lucky emblem is right here. I don't know if we can actually be able to get it while in this fight with Mother Gossel. I'm not sure, because I know we would need to get onto the top of the tower itself. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Okay. We're able to get it. While having to fight with Mother Gossel. Mother Gossel is definitely one of those interesting villains, Disney villains, though. I did actually make a post not too long ago that talking about which Disney villain has the darkest deaths. Because, yeah, there's a lot of very gruesome deaths in Disney movies, I would say. Right? There's a lot of gruesome deaths when it comes to different Disney villains. I mean, look at Clayton, for example. It's pretty gruesome, especially with the silhouette that you could not be able to notice the first time watching, most likely. But a lot of people looking back at it to this day and noticing it. And a lot of them getting eaten alive as well. Like, Hopper. Hopper from A Bug's Life getting eaten alive. Like, yeah. Hang on. There we go. Bam! Like, let me get my phone and actually say what the post I actually made was. Because I know it wasn't that long ago. I know it was something I didn't make that long ago. There's Ever After, which again is another one of my favorite Keyblades. But let's see. Let's see. Yeah. What is the darkest Disney character death you think was the darkest? There is a lot of very dark and just dark characters' deaths in Disney movies that I made a post on. And one of y'all actually commented saying, probably, or Dave, who commented this, saying, probably Mother Gossel from Tangled, aging rapidly. Rapidly. I'm not sure exactly how you would spell that, but you know, pretty much the way that she age, which I do see what of saying. Yeah, the way of her aging, though. Yeah, it's kind of something, though. Right? It was quite something. That's something not worth, explaining? Yeah, pretty much y'all can just go to where that post was. Just scroll to where that post was, and y'all will find it. But yeah, I do agree on it though. I do agree on it though. Yeah, Mother Gossel is definitely up there. Mother Gossel is definitely up there. Of probably one of the darkest Disney villains, I would say. At least when it comes to his deaths. Like I said, Disney is not afraid. Pixar, or Disney Pixar movies, they're not afraid to have gruesome deaths sewn in it, right? And remember, your children would see these types of people's kids would be seeing these types of movies. You think that they would be, appropriate for kids, but there would be very gruesome deaths hidden in that kids would most likely overlook. Like, I mean, to this day still, Disney is not afraid to actually do stuff like that, though. So stuff like that. To this day. Right? To this day, and I'm actually quite impressed with how they managed to do it, though. And still keep it a friendly manner. The movie a friendly manner as well. I mean, yeah, there are some Disney villains that don't have any deaths, but they're defeated and stuff. But, there are some that have very gruesome deaths, though. I mean, there's lots of Disney movies Disney Pixar movies I can explain. And heck, not even Disney and Pixar in general. Any animated or any movies in general. Right? Like Lord Farquaad on the first Shrek, he had a kind of a gruesome death with him being eaten alive by the dragon. And the Prince Charming, on Shrek 3, was it? Yeah, Shrek 3, that he had when he got crushed by the tower. Like, yeah. Again, not afraid. Not afraid at all. And like I said, that's just for some mentions, though. But again, it's just really interesting to see how they're not afraid to do stuff like this. They're definitely not afraid to do stuff like this. And you gotta give them props for it. You gotta give them... You just gotta do a clapper stuff for them. Because, yeah, pretty crazy. Speaking of us being in the Toy Story world, I'm very excited to see how Toy Story 5 is going to be, considering that Tim Allen confirmed that Toy Story 5 is going to focus a lot of Jessie. Yeah. Tim Allen. I said it again. Tim Allen did confirm that, yeah, it's going to focus on a lot with Jessie. Which we haven't really seen any kind of Toy Story thing focus a whole lot on Jessie. And except for that, terror kind of short film, where they went to that hotel and stuff. And where that crazy manager was taking all of the toys. You know which one I'm talking about? I can't remember exactly what the name of it was exactly, but I know it was something like that. It was like a spooky kind of theme. And it had Jessie, you know, being afraid and almost hyperventilating when, like, being boxed up. You know which one I'm talking about. That one had her focused, had her being of a focus, though. So, yeah, her going to be a big focus on Toy Story 5 is going to be quite interesting. And we've also been told about, I can't exactly remember how it was put, but how the opening is going to be playing out. It was also said of how Toy Story 5's opening is going to be. Because again, it's going to be quite interesting to actually see. I mean, I'm overall excited for Toy Story 5. I'm always excited for any Toy Story movie, though. I know a lot of people think that the Toy Story franchise needs to die, but, I mean, a lot of people don't like Toy Story 4. That's probably my favorite of the Toy Story movies. And I'm saying that before the 5th movie comes out. Because, again, it doesn't come out until next year. Next summer. It doesn't come out until next summer. In 2026. But, yeah, I'm really excited. And, not too long ago, y'all may have saw that Tom Hanks made a post showing him in the recording booth for Toy Story 5, where he started his recording sessions for Woody in Toy Story 5. And, of course, had his fingers showing up, having 5 fingers, showing 5 fingers while he was in the recording booth. So, yeah. And, of course, it has been also said that the gang is going to be reuniting with Woody in this movie. Yeah, Woody is obviously, I mean, yeah, just the whole thing with Tom Hanks, obviously showing him in the recording booth, obviously already confirms that Woody is going to be in Toy Story 5. But, yeah, going to be quite interesting. Because, you know, considering, looking at the ending of Toy Story 4, right? Looking at the ending of Toy Story 4, where we see Woody becoming a lost toy. Yeah, Woody becoming a lost toy and leaving the gang and staying at the carnival with Bo Peep. So yeah, it's going to be quite interesting. And also considering, will Bo Peep even show up in this movie as well? Right? Which, I don't think there's any saying of Bo showing up in Toy Story 5. I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen anything official. There are rumors. No, that I have heard, and people talking about also, which I think is just people talking about this, but also talking about how, what if the Prospector, Stinky Pete, returns, considering that Jesse is going to be a main character, being one of the main characters in the 5th movie. It would kind of make sense if you think about it, if the Prospector actually somehow returns in Toy Story 5. A lot of people have talked about this. I have seen people talk about this. The whole, like, could this Prospector return? I mean, considering where we actually last seen the Prospector in Toy Story 2, and him being with that little girl, you know, being taken away by that little girl. I mean, yeah, I could probably, now, would you replace the Prospector with someone, let's say, Lotso, for example? I mean, yeah, considering where Lotso was as well. I mean, Lotso, you know, if obviously, when saying Toy Story 3, we see that Lotso is being on the front of a truck, right? Tied to the front of a truck along with these other toys as well. I mean, people can also say, what about Sid? I mean, you know, on Toy Story 3, Which, this may be a little Easter egg a lot of y'all may not know that could actually tie to, like a little reference to, Sid. But remember the scene when when Woody is going to rescue his friends when they're on the curve in a trash bag when they were supposed to be taken out to the attic, but Andy's mom takes them out on the curve thinking it's trash. We actually see when Woody is saving them, trying to open the trash bags, we see a trash man that actually has the exact same skull shirt, as Sid. Like, what if that's actually Sid? Now, obviously, it's not confirmed, of course, but what if it actually is Sid? Right? What if it actually is Sid? I mean, it would make a lot of sense, actually, wouldn't it? It would actually make some sense that it would actually be Sid. I mean, you never know. And this is something also that one of my family members, one of my sisters, have told me and showed me a picture of. But if you look closely at the kids that come to Andy's birthday party on Toy Story 1, I think it is, Toy Story 1, if you look at their faces, the kids' faces, they all are pretty much Andy. I never knew that. Of all the times I've watched Toy Story, I never knew that. So I was very shocked when finding that out. Just look very closely at their faces and tell me who you actually see on the other kids' faces who come to Andy's birthday party. Like, just the details like that is just absolutely crazy. And that's what I love about Pixar and Disney. Just shocking kind of things like this. Okay, I know there's... a chest up there. And there's an easier way to get over to this area, too. Like that. Instead of what I would normally do by using a mech. Right, because I would normally just use a mech to get over to there. I would normally just use a mech and blast myself up there, but it's a bit better to do it how I did it. And really what's intended, to actually intend on how to actually get up there. And of course, there's that whole theory. People made saying that all Pixar and Disney movies are connected. Right? In the same universe. They're in the same universe. Now, what if that's actually the case, though? That actually is something I wouldn't pass my finger on. Right? That's actually probably one of the biggest ever Disney Pixar theories that I wouldn't be too surprised about. Of, saying that all of the movies are in the same universe. Toy Story, Finding Nemo, Up, Lilo and Stitch, Monsters, Inc., are all connected. Because, surely a lot of y'all, of everybody that would know Pixar and Disney, would know of that kind of theory. Right? It's pretty big, too. It is a pretty big one. Like, that would actually be surprising, but also not exactly so much of a surprise either, because, just considering that if you look at some of the Easter eggs and stuff, which of course they could just be Easter eggs, like seeing Jessie and Nemo and Monsters, Inc., right, in Bo's room, for example, and seeing again, just seeing a lot of the different things that are in the different Disney movies that you would see in one Disney movie or another. I mean, which of course this isn't referencing, or this isn't tying to anything, but kind of like how Tarzan is actually Elsa and Anna's brother. Because, of course, we all knew, you would think that Anna and Elsa's parents died, of course. But of course, there's the whole thing of saying, of how the mother and father of Tarzan, before, who had Tarzan, before the gorillas adopted him, that it was actually Anna and Elsa's parents. Like, so they didn't die from the ship crash. And they had Tarzan. I mean, that actually wouldn't be a surprise, though. I know a lot of y'all would probably hear about that, too. Right? Have heard about that one. Anna and Elsa's brother that they never have met being Tarzan. Imagine if they actually did find out that they actually had a brother that they just never found out about. Because, they would be in different places. Because, Anna and Elsa in Arendelle, and then Tarzan in the jungle. Like, yeah, completely different places. Completely different places, for sure. But I always do, like looking and reading these types of things as well. Even if they're theories, or if they're even references, though. Right? Just references in general. It's just so cool to actually see. Especially when it comes to two of my favorite, movie studios, companies. When it comes to two of my favorite movie companies. Like, yeah, I just always love when it comes to stuff like this. Yeah, we'll put that on. Put that on. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Okay. And again, there's just so many different references and Easter eggs that you would see in one movie and be a reference in another. I just always love watching videos that show that type of stuff. Like, once you see it when somebody is explaining it, you may be like, I never noticed that before. Right? I never noticed that reference or Easter egg before. I mean, yeah, I can also be in the line of quotes in movies as well. It could be in. That you could see in one movie and then... And again, it really doesn't have to be just in Disney as well. Yeah, it doesn't have to be just Disney, Pixar either. It could be other movie companies too. It could be other movie companies. Or really any companies in general. It doesn't have to be movies. Right? It doesn't have to be movies. Let's see. Donald. I mean, it's got a fire boost. I guess I'll put it on. I mean, it's not good when it comes to strength. But... Or, it's not more strong or anything. But I guess I will put it on, though. Now we got this doll. This giant doll that you would see some kid playing with. Some little girl playing with. Like, I just find, really, most of the dolls that, you know, little girls would play with to be kind of spooky in general. Like, little girl dolls. No offense, though. I'm not trying to say anything like that, though. Not trying to offend anybody, but at least just to me, I just find it to be really weird looking on a lot of them. You know, again, that could just be me, though. I'll just put that there. There we go. I do really hope that this world does return, though. I do hope that Toy Story will return, because it would be really cool for Sora and Donald and Goofy, or Sora, to mate Forky, right? To see Forky, for example, and the other toys as well, like Jessie, Slank, Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, Rex. Well, no, not Rex, but because, you know, Rex is on here, obviously. But, you know, the other toys. All of the other toys. And, of course, it could be based on, you know, in Bonnie's room, of course. And not Andy's room, since he's off to college. Since he's off to college, it wouldn't be... Or it could take place after Toy Story 3 and when Woody and Delm are Bonnie's toys. Hence the whole, you know, they can bring Forky into the line. Bring Forky into this. I mean, that's just a little fun thing to think about, though. There we go, got thunder. Now I can put that in triangle, because again, I always do put thunder in triangle. So I can now do that. There we go. Heading down. Now I gotta head up to the game section of the toy store. We're luckily right next to. Alright, now we got the Verum Rex game. Imagine if that actually gets turned into an actual game, though. I mean, we are literally going to Verum Rex, aka Quadratum in Kingdom Hearts 4. So it only makes sense. I know there are actually some people that would like to actually see a whole game where we get to play as Yozora, right? Like, we actually see what these different trials that he'd been through. Because, again, in the opening of his boss fight in Remind, in the secret episode, he tells Sora that of how he's been through some trials. He went through some trials. Right? Mentioning that. and how he accidentally went there. He accidentally came into that place, and he went through some trials. So it'd be really cool to actually see, to actually see a whole game where we play as Yozora. Because again, Yozora really does have a cool moveset, especially when seeing it in Remind. When we actually fight Yozora, he has such a really cool moveset that it'd be really cool to actually play as. Maybe in Kingdom Hearts 4. I mean, that's just a thought. I highly doubt that. Because, the story is going to be way more focused on Sora's disappearance, obviously. So, I highly doubt that we'll be seeing any other... Or, I don't... I mean, maybe there could be some parts, but I hope that there also will be some sections that we get to play as Riku. Because, Riku is going to Quadratum. Riku is making his way to Quadratum since, the ending of Melody of Memories. So is Riku opening the way to Quadratum in the final world. But we're not too sure exactly as well if we'll see characters like from Days and Birth by Sleep as well. Because again, Nomura did say that it's going to focus a lot more on Sora's disappearance and pretty much like a restart. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be like a restart of the series, to the series. So... yeah, I wouldn't necessarily expect there to probably be, for a lot of the other characters from Days and BBS to show up. Who knows about even Naminé, if Naminé would even show up too. I mean, considering that Sora never actually got to thank Naminé in person, right? Considering that. Who knows exactly though. And, of course, Nomura even also stated that it only depends if they would actually fit as well into the story. It only depends if they would even fit into where they would fit in the story as well, which makes a lot of sense. That would make some sense of a way to actually bring them back if they actually fit to end the story. However the story in Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to go. It does make sense when he puts it like that. Like, and really it just makes sense either way. Like, if they're not going to have a role, any kind of important parts in Kingdom Hearts 4, then, or in the Lost Master arc in general, then yeah, it's not really probably worth trying to bring them back in either way. Right? I wouldn't think so. That's at least what I would think. Like, again, makes sense for if they would actually fit somewhere in the story. It would make sense with that. Bringing them if they actually fit the story. But not too sure. It all but depends. It all but depends. And yes, I know we are still waiting for Kingdom Hearts 4 and Missing Link. I mean, of course, I still am really am hoping that Missing Link will be releasing this year. I'm really hoping so. I also did make a poll when talking about of how are y'all feeling about the chances of us seeing anything for Kingdom Hearts Missing Link or Kingdom Hearts 4 in general in 2025, like, and if y'all are scared or what when it comes to the state of how it is so far with the lack of news. I also did make a poll about giving y'all what do y'all feel about it, of if y'all are worried or what. I mean, it is important as well. It's definitely important to know that too. To know with that, like, where do y'all stand on it? Like, where are y'all at? Are y'all worried or what? I mean, yeah, considering that we are still 3 years since we last saw anything for Kingdom Hearts 4, yeah. I mean, yeah, this has also been, of course, the longest that we have gone without really anything, even to hold us off, right? Hold us off on the wait. At least with Kingdom Hearts, when it came to waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3, you know, they released the remains of Union Cross, Dark Road, right? And of course, released the Final Mix collection, right? They also released those when it came to the wait of Kingdom Hearts 3. But so far, we have gotten nothing to hold us over for Missing Link and Kingdom Hearts 4. I mean, obviously, if Missing Link was out right now, obviously that would be holding us over until Kingdom Hearts 4. But we don't even have Missing Link yet. So, yeah, there's really nothing else holding us over for the wait of Missing Link to holding us of the weight of Kingdom Hearts 4. Right. And yeah, like I said, Kingdom Hearts 4 would definitely be, or Kingdom Hearts Missing Link would definitely will be good for us on holding us over until Kingdom Hearts 4 releases, or for waiting for new information at least, right? But considering that we have gotten absolute nothing for Missing Link's not even out. So yeah, it kind of just draws the line of, yeah. It's kind of just draws the line. Draws the line? Is that a word? Draws the line? I feel like that's not even a word, or like I'm trying to put some other stuff together. Right? Like I'm trying to put some random stuff together. That's what it would feel like, though. Oh, wait. We didn't even do the blocks yet. Yeah, we didn't even take the blocks over to it yet. Duh. We cleared the room, but yeah, we didn't even do the blocks yet. So we can't even get to the boss fight. Or the dark corridor. Now we can get over to it. Let's go. This boss is definitely not that hard. It's definitely not a hard boss to do. Definitely not a hard boss. Yeah, I have these missiles. I do like the arena though. It's really cool. And yeah, we're gonna be able to take it out very good with just doing it like this. There we go. Didn't even go into the DM or anything, because we're just that very powered. We're just that powerful. And there you go. That's favorite deputy unlocked. And the Toy Story world complete. Very, very good, I would say. Very, very, very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Arendelle. Normally I would do Monsters Inc. first. Right, normally I'd do Monsters Inc. first, but no, we're gonna go to not Atlantica. Thankfully this game doesn't have Atlantica. Arendelle. Yeah, we're gonna go to Arendelle first. Heading to Arendelle. And yeah, Frozen, at least the first Frozen, is definitely my favorite. And call me crazy, but I do not like the second Frozen movie. Yeah. I'm just not a fan. I'm just not a fan of the second Frozen movie. And I know I'm not going to be watching Frozen 3 and the other movie. Any other of the Frozen movies. I mean, it's definitely good if y'all... I'm happy if y'all like them. The other Frozen movies, outside of the first one. But I just don't like I just don't like Frozen 2. Probably one of my least favorite sequels. I know, and obviously we all know that Coco is getting a sequel in 2027, right? Which Coco is already one of my other least favorite Disney Pixar movies. I just don't really like the movie. Even watching it to this day, just not one of my personal favorites. Yeah, it's just not one of my personal favorites. I guess I can sell these other weapons of Donald and Goofy since they got better ones now. See, any other good ones I can put for Donald and Goofy? Put those there, alright. Oh yeah, I meant to put on the favorite deputy keyblade. Level 18. Guess I'll replace the shooting star keyblade with the favorite deputy. Bring out this hammer. Bring out the pirate ship. Now let's do the drill. Grab and boom, bam, boom, boom, boom. Come on, Goofy. Do the teacups. Yeah, this feels so good to actually have Thunder with us now. Definitely one of my favorite magics. Most definitely one of my favorite magics. In Kingdom Hearts in general. Especially when you upgrade it even more. It becomes a lot more of my favorite. The magic carousel. Then we got the blaster. There you go. Bam! Now we have the escaping of the ice prison that Larxene made. Time to escape from that. I thought I had high jump on. Could have sworn I put high jump on when we were in, or once we got it in the Kingdom of Corona. Could have sworn I had it on there. It's fine though. Level 20. Just smash our way in. Come on, Donald. Lucky emblem. Yeah, this place isn't all that bad on exploring. It's not all that bad. It's not all that bad. It's sweeping all of them. Just sweeping them away. That's 30 lucky emblems. Yeah, not exactly how I wanted it to go, but which I always have a hard time trying to figure out when it comes to yeah, when it comes to Ralph, using Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah, I always do have a hard time when it comes to trying to figure out how to use Wreck-It Ralph. We do need an actual proper Wreck-It Ralph world. And I mean not on like on the mobile games. I think it was Union Cross. Yeah, Union Cross had a actual Wreck-It Ralph world. But no, I mean like an actual console Wreck-It Ralph world. Console Kingdom Hearts Wreck-It Ralph world, I want to say. A console Wreck-It Ralph Kingdom Hearts world. Hyper healing for Goofy. Let's see. What about this area? To be able to get the lucky emblem. Yeah. There are some lucky emblems that you do have to go back once you actually beat the world. Oh, that was sad. There you go. Got up here to get this chest. Okay, that was a mess up. There you go. That's to lock everything in place. And before we leave this area, I don't think, no, this area doesn't have chest. It's got a lot of Heartless, but it doesn't have any chest. So yeah, let's just do that. There is another room, though, that has a lucky emblem in it. It's this one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's this room. If you go up here, alright, now we can leave this area. We can now leave the ice prison. Not a bad spot. Yeah, not a bad spot at all. And remember, this Kingdom Hearts game, when it comes to the 100 Acre Woods, has Lumpy. Which Lumpy is a very cute light character in the 100 Acre Woods. It'd be kind of interesting to see how it would look in Blood and Honey 2, or 3, sorry. In Blood and Honey 3. Because from what we've seen or heard, apparently not only Rabbit, but the Heffalumps and Weasels are going to be appearing, planned to be appearing in Winnie the Pooh 3, Blood and Honey 3. And now we got this sliding down. Sliding down from the avalanche. Yeah, the sliding down the avalanche part. And avoiding the heartless attacks, too. I mean, it only depends, though, how well you do it when it comes to the difficulty. It just depends on how well you do this part. Like, you can get absolutely creamed by these Heartless, or you can manage to do it pretty good. It just depends, though. Did pretty good there. I mean, yeah, we got hit several times, but it's alright. It's all good. Now we just gotta make it down the hill. Or make it down the mountain. And also, since I normally do the Monsters Inc. world first, I would always normally have Kira when I head to Arendelle. Since, you know, once you beat the boss, the unversed boss, in the Monsters Inc. world, you would get Kira. And of course, you have Fyra as well. And we would also have Simba too. But again, I wanted to do keep saying Atlantica. Arendelle first. Now we have these heartless again that come back. Boom, boom, da boom, da boom. Okay, I know what we can do. Use this. Hit him with the Ever After Keyblade. Just heal ourselves there. Should just be able to just cast fire to, yeah, take that last one out. Now we get to go and do the mission on putting Olaf back together, right? Where we have to go and put Olaf back together. Yeah, I can also put on the double flight. Now it's time to go and find Olaf. Come here, Olaf. Right, that's the head of Olaf. Slowly get to his legs. Now we just need his chest part. Alright, that's all of Olaf. All of Olaf is now put back together. There we go. Now we can go and make it back to the Ice Palace. Time to head back to the Ice Palace, where we can now and then do the marshmallow fight. Let me go up here. Get the chest over here. I don't even think that even hit him. I don't even think it hit the Heartless there. Make our way up. Use the long way to get up. Level 25. About made it back up. About made it back up to where the palace is. Alright, made it back up. Now it's time to do the marshmallow fight. This definitely ain't gonna be bad at all. I feel like I'm not gonna have enough time to be able to finish up the frozen world. The battery's getting dead. I didn't think about charging it before we began this stream. That was a very quick marshmallow fight. I'm impressed. I'm impressed how fast that went. Trying to breeze my way through. See if we can... Because again, we're almost to the end. But the battery is like, let me see, 16%. Yeah, it's 16% right now. It's like a race against time right now. But I think we'll just end it here, though. We'll get to this checkpoint here and end it here. because I don't want to try to risk trying to make it or finish the world and it ends up dying. Camera ends up dying. So yeah, we'll just end it here. This stream here. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you want to catch the channel so you miss anything new. And yeah, in the next one, to begin the next one, we'll be finishing off Arendelle to begin the next one. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Catch you next.